Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name is Anjali Stith. I am owner operator of Joys for Math Tutoring Services, where we help bring F's to A's by bringing the joy of math to a new generation. We are continuing our topic of factoring. So on our previous two videos, we did where both of all of the numbers were positive. Our last video we did where our middle number was negative and our last number was positive. So here we are going to do where our middle number is positive and our last number is negative. Okay. We have x squared plus 2x minus 15, okay? So just like we've been doing before, we are going to have our 15, but this time I'm going to actually write my negative, okay? And so we're going to write our factors. We have 1 and 15, and we have 3 and 5. So if we look at our 1 and 15, we know to get a negative number, one of our numbers has to be positive and one of our numbers have to be negative when we multiply two numbers together to get a negative number. So this one would have to be positive or negative. This one would have to be positive or negative. This one positive or negative. This one positive or negative. Okay. So if we look at the first one, let's say we did positive 1 times negative 15. So positive 1 times negative 15 will get us negative 15, but positive 1 plus negative 15 gives us negative 14. And that's too far off of numbers, so we know this one's not going to work whatsoever. Even the positive 1 or negative 1 and positive 15, we know it's not going to work. So we know we're going to be dealing with the 3 and the 5. But we want a positive number. So because we want a positive number, we're going to pick the bigger number as our positive number. So we're going to pick 5 as our positive number and 3 as our negative number. And so this works because negative 3 plus 5 gets us our 2. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug those into our equation. So we're going to have x squared minus 3x plus 5x minus 15. We're going to divide it down our middle. We're going to say, okay, what comes out of both of these? We know what x comes out, leaving us with x minus 3. And then over here, we know 5 comes out, leaving us with x minus 3. And I always forget to write the positive, okay? So then we see that we have x minus 3 with both of them. So I'm going to factor that out as well. And I'll write my x plus 5. So there you go, voila. But let's do a couple more. Our next one, we have x squared plus 5x minus 24. Okay, so we got our minus 24. We got 1 and 24. We have 2 and 12. We have 3 and 8, 6 and 4. Okay, so another way to look at it is, what is the difference between the two numbers? Because that's what's going to happen when one number is negative and another number is positive. And whenever you're adding or subtracting those two numbers, whenever you're adding two numbers together like that, you're really just looking for the difference of what's going on. So the difference between 1 and 24 is 23, so that won't work. The distance between 2 and 12 is 10, that won't work. But the difference between 3 and 8 is 5, so that is what we want 5. So now we need to know which one is positive, which one is negative. As I said before, if this is negative and this is positive, our bigger number is going to be our positive number and our smaller number is going to be our negative. Let's go ahead and plug it in. So we have x squared minus 3x plus 8x minus 24 divided by down the middle. We know this one has an x coming out of it. Over here, we know our 8 is coming out. No, not 24, 3. Okay, then we're going to take these two out, factor it out because they're the same, leaving us with x plus 8. Okay, as you're doing more of these, it should become easier and easier. Let's do one more. We have x squared plus 4x minus 32. And you may even see the numbers that we need. So with 32, we got minus 32. We have 1, 32. We know that's not going to work. 2 and 16. We know that it's not going to work. Then we have 4 and 8. Yes, 4 and 8 will work for us. And we know, again, our bigger number is going to be the positive number. So x squared plus 8x minus 4x minus 32. Split it down the middle. We know we're going to have x plus 8 with the x up front. We're going to take out a minus 4. And we're going to have the x plus 8. Then x plus 8 times x minus 4. Okay, so those are just 3 examples of when our middle term is a positive number and our second term is a negative number. And these are our examples. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or send me an email. I hope this has helped you, and join us for our next video when both of our numbers are negative. Have a great day.